The first look into FIFA 21 has been started today. A few images have been revealed. We're going to be going all over that in this video. Also the main takeaways from kind of like the EA Play event, but mainly all of the stuff that has been going on, information revealed from EA. So just before we get into it, if you are new here, make sure that you do subscribe. We are going to be covering all of the latest information and leaks of FIFA 21. So definitely make sure 100% you guys are subscribed so you do not miss any of those future videos. So getting straight into this one now, the first bit of information, quite a big one. The standard worldwide release, FIFA release, is going to be slightly pushed back to October the 9th. This apparently is because UEFA earlier on Thursday recommended that the summer transfer window closes later on October 5th. So supposedly the reason EA did push the release back was because of this, because the development, everything like that was apparently on schedule, but this of course has been brought up. We cannot have the game released without having of course officially all of the transfers done, because gold cards, everything like that needs to be with the latest transfers that has been done in real life. And then as usual, Ultimate and Champions Edition, the pre-order October 6th is going to be 3 days earlier than the worldwide release, and EA Access is going to be starting right at the start of the month, October 1st. So that is going to be the release of FIFA, around 2 to 3 weeks delayed, later than usual, but we are just going to have to move on from that. So like expected as well, because PS4, PS5, the next gen consoles are going to be coming out as well just a few months after FIFA is going to be released. It is going to be able to transfer, foot is going to be normal, your ultimate team, all of your progress, everything like that, and you're not going to have to buy FIFA 21 twice, just like we expected. As usual, that would be a huge scam if they did have to make us do this, but it's going to work disc and of course a digital version, so it is going to be all good in that sector. Standard Edition, Champions Edition and Ultimate Edition pre-orders are now available, and EA always wants to try and make us order as soon as possible. So if you do order early before August the 14th, you are going to be getting an untradeable FUT 21 want to watch card. So this means they have to reveal how it looks to us. So as we can see here, this is the mini version of it, and it does look very similar to FIFA 20 in my opinion. I'm guessing, assuming the rating, everything like that, the position is going to be in the same position, but maybe I am wrong. Maybe it's going to be at the bottom on the right hand side, something completely different, but I am hoping maybe for a switch up. But the gold rare version as well does look identical, so maybe the cards are going to be quite similar, not too many changes there. Maybe they are focusing on the gameplay, which I wouldn't mind at all. A huge question is about cross-platform play. It is pretty much basic on every game. Warzone, you can play with anyone on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, but unfortunately in FIFA 21 it looks like we're not going to be getting it. Despite it being added to many other EA games, EA have just said it's a long-term FIFA goal, but this means of course it isn't going to be coming out for a while. So this is quite bad news, especially if you have any friends that are on other consoles. Is going to be of course meaning you cannot play for them for another year. And also the Frostbite engine is staying, which is again quite bad news, because we were all hoping for the Unreal Engine 5 for all of the next gen consoles, but it's not going to be happening this year. I think EA are just going to have to wait till FIFA 22, which is just crazy to say, because all of these of course new things we were hoping for FIFA 21. But let's take a look at what EA are promising us and what they are trying to sell to us. So more detail, new lighting system, deferred lighting and rendering. This is something we do always see though, so the hype isn't really too much. We seem to always see this every single year as a promise from EA to create ultra realistic football experiences, so of course we do hope for this in another year. Notable changes might be in game, maybe the fans, cutscenes of stadiums, stuff like that. This does look absolutely insane though. Of Anfield, it does look really good, but is this actually going to be in game? And we do open up FIFA 21, play with Liverpool. Is this really what we are going to see to this level? I hope so, but again we do need more stuff for the gameplay. That is going to be the core of what's really going to make 21 great. And also another thing, off-ball humanization. This is quite a strange one, from adjusting shin pads in the 89th minute to screaming for passes in the end zone. This seems like something completely different, but I don't really think it's going to be too important. I think it's just going to be a small detail, maybe more sort of custom player things, what they're going to be doing, intense moments, stuff like that, unique to the player, like we have the Ronaldo running, stuff like that. that it is just going to be very similar, maybe like we see here, Mbappe kind of reacting in these very tense situations, but it's not going to be anything really affecting the gameplay. In FUT Champions, you're not really going to be noticing it basically. Also, controller haptics, this is new sort of vibrations and different controller grip on the next gen consoles, but I think this is just going to be something we do disable like we have right now. In penalties we do have some vibrations. It's cool maybe in career mode, something like that, but again, very unimportant when you are doing like competitive FUT Champions, anything like that. You are just going to be disabling it, and it isn't actually going to be affecting the gameplay. Faster load times is something we are being promised, and that is just going to be something we do get with next gen consoles. They have SSDs, better memory basically, so that is going to be interesting, and of course a benefit of moving up to next gen consoles. Also, promise of ultra responsive gameplay, that has just become a bit of a meme. We've heard that way too many times, so we can't really trust that. But two things that are actually quite potentially good, or maybe at least one thing: career mode, homegrown talent. This is something that does sound interesting when you do pre-order it. This was mentioned, a local youth prospect with world-class potential. This was mentioned in there, and it does sound something quite interesting. Maybe it's going to be some sort of new career mode, academy players, all sort of stuff like that. So I am hoping this is going to lead on to something big, but we are going to see more news is going to be announced later on. Also, FUT ambassador player pick, could that potentially mean something, or is it just going to be maybe just a fancy name for a player pick? We are going to see, again, more information to come soon, but the EA Play event didn't really have anything at all. This is just information gathered of other things. EA right now just had the permission to release all of this information, but the EA Play event wasn't really helpful at all. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about FIFA 21 and maybe any other information that you guys have found. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.